Come shopping for some gin with me. Love Ford's gin, good price. And what I love about it too is that there's the measurements on the side. So if you want to use it after you're done, it makes for a great bottle to bottle stuff in after. I love, 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 love Bar Hill. One of my absolute favorite gins, made in Vermont, made from honey. And then their aged Tomcat gin, so good. Oh, and there's Ryan Reynolds gin, which I have a whole review you can watch on the channel. A lot of people give this gin hate, but Beefeater is actually pretty decent for cocktails, and for that price, I would do it. And then people often ask me to review this because it's apparently a Brazilian gin, but it's also owned by Wiz Khalifa, and it just looks too gimmicky and purple, and I'm like, I'm kind of good on that. I don't really want to do that. That's so crazy. My other loves in the gin world is St. George. Everything they make is outstanding. I love what they do. It's really good stuff. Their terroir is one of my favorites. I've built a couple of cocktails on it. The Botanivore, so good. They even make a dry rye gin. You also have Plymouth, which is a great option, not too expensive either. There's the actual Plymouth bottles. That one was the Navy strength up there. This is the regular one. That price is a little bit better. And then you have Scapegrace, which is from New Zealand, which I really love. This is their black gin. I've actually used it in a couple of videos, but their regular stuff is really good too. Agave gin. That's an interesting pickup. All right, I am so excited to try this gin. When I saw an agave-based gin, I knew that I needed to be all over this. This is the Gracias, Dios agave gin. It is made in Oaxaca, and it's a gin made from agave. I don't know how many times I can say agave gin before you get the point. I am actually obsessed with gin in cocktails. I think it provides so much fun because every gin is so different because there's so many different botanicals that you can use to make it, and you can make it from basically any base spirit. So I think there's a lot of fun to be had there. And obviously, I talk a lot about agave spirits on this channel, and so an agave gin, what's not to love, right? Well, let's hold off on that because we haven't tried it ourselves. First of all, I believe that their branding is absolutely stunning. They have the name at the top there. I love the branding. I think it's very attractive. I think the bottle itself fits very well in a well. You know, you can reuse these bottles though. I might be a little bit hesitant because it has the name right there, but it just feels like it'd be perfect in a well if you're a bartender. It's nice size. It's beautiful. I genuinely think it's really nice. This is made by the same company that makes Gracias a Dios Mezcal, which I'm not sure if I've had. I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering. And I know that there are some mixed reviews on it out there. I just don't remember if I've personally had it. And so this gin comes out to be 45% ABV, which is nice. I like that higher proof to it. And on their website, it says that they basically macerate the botanicals with the agave for about 48 hours before they distill it 3 times to get it to that proof. What I'm curious about is how well does the agave flavor come through? How well does the botanicals play with the agave, and how does this taste on its own, and what is its application in a cocktail? The bottle is not cheap. It is 50 bucks, so it is pretty up there in terms of price. There are cheaper options, but it's interesting, right? So enough talk, Louis. Let's taste the dang thing. Ooh, good noise. On the nose, it smells like a London dry style gin. The juniper and the botanicals really hit you in the face. I think you get a lot of juniper right up front, but then towards the end, the change kind of evolves into a more fruitier and maybe like more slight agave aroma to it. Whoa, okay. There's a lot going on there. There's so much going on there actually. It does actually taste a lot like cooked agave. The juniper is obviously present because this is a dry style, but the other botanicals and aromatics in there are really fun because it's not just juniper and agave. Those are the predominant flavors, but then you have so much other stuff happening that is really crazy. That's really fun, actually. It's got a very like citrusy, lemony, kind of like specifically lemon it reminds me of. Like that's the flavor that it reminds me of. Yeah, that's tasty. That's real tasty, actually. And then I just smelled it now and I got way more agave aroma than I did juniper, which is really funny. Gosh darn, yeah. And here's the funny part. I say this to my friend Sophie, that no one sips gin, no one takes shots of gin is like a recurring thing in our friendship. I mean, usually you don't, right? But this, I could sip on because it has, interestingly, it reminds me a lot of like a tequila or a mezcal. Obviously, it's made with agave, right? But I'm surprised at how sippable this is. I think we need to put this into a cocktail to test it out. And because of that lemon flavor, I think we should make a Tom Collins. Super simple, classic gin cocktail. Let's do it. So the first thing we're gonna do is 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. We're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. We're gonna do 2 ounces of our gin. Add some ice, lock it up and shake it up. Grab our highball here, fresh ice, and we will double strain this out. And we're not done though. We're gonna top this off with some soda water to finish it up. And then we're gonna do just a lemon wheel just to make it pretty. And there we have a Tom Collins. Whoa, that is funky, man. That's really good. I love the fact that the agave comes through. It's not lost in this cocktail, which was my worry. You get some of that agave flavor in there. The lemon obviously comes through. Sugar helps balance it all out. Soda water brightens everything up. And it's really tasty how this really comes across in the cocktail. When I look at gins, I think that it's very important for it to kind of have its own identity, right? Especially when you're making it with certain different ingredients. And so with this, I love that it has its own identity. I love the fact that it is different than a regular lemon dry style gin. So you can still make classic cocktails with it by putting your own spin just by using a different spirit base. And I think that that makes this really cool. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I now feel like I need to try other agave gin and see if there's like a better one out there. But in terms of like flavor, this really, really blew my mind. Pretty cool. I really like that. Shit, that's pretty great. That's pretty awesome. If you can't get enough of me shopping for spirits and then giving a review, I have a whole other video that you can check out right here next. And I got a Tom Collins to drink, so I'll catch you guys later.